I'm here on this very happy occasion to wish my favorite sister-in-law a very happy birthday. And I want to share a little story with you. A time I remember fondly, I would say, when Nomi would come to us for Shabbat every few weeks or so, sit around the Shabbat table, we'd put the young children to sleep and just talk and schmooze. Life, friends, dating. And there we were, Shabbat, sitting, talking, wonderful time. And Nomi, as she sits there and talks and pops various pimples on her arms and other parts of her body, looks at us sincerely and says, "You know, Smilchensky is a far better sounding last name than Wilkowski. Nomi, you mean so much to us. You, your family, the kids. We're so happy for you as you share with us, or we share with you, this 10th anniversary of your 40th birthday. All our love."
I remember our very first meeting. It was at Camp Bethel, and I can recall the details very well. Alex would come home from camp talking about Buddy, his new friend, and we would hear about him to no end. The counselor told me about their friendship too, and told me that I should definitely meet you. So one day at pickup, when it was sticky and hot, you and I were introduced in the parking lot. We started to chat and played a Jewish geography round. And lo and behold, we were surprised to have found that we had your sister in common. I had known her for years, and now it was our sons that we commonly shared. I remember that moment. You were so friendly and nice. And when we moved into New Rochelle, you didn't think twice about warmly inviting us and keeping the boys together, even through high school. It seems like forever. So happy birthday, Nomi. Happy 5-0 to a woman who is so friendly, warm, inviting, and kind, happy, energetic, and a precious find. You're good to the bone and a wonderful spirit too. So Joel and I wish only the best for you.
We want to wish you a wonderful, happy birthday. We are so proud of you, have always been proud of you, and we love you very much. The father is going to recall some hilarious moments of your earlier life.
Okay. This is supposed to be memories of Nomi on her birthday. Our memories go a little bit before her birthday. Exciting moments, approximately 9 months before her birthday. Her mother and I, but that's a different story. You won't be interested in that. One of the nice stories we have about Nomi was when she was going through a very hard time, having to wear a brace 23 of the 24 hours, a full body brace, because of the situation she had. We got a call from the lower school principal.
Upper school principal.
He was the upper school principal in high school at Highline, who called to say he just wanted us to know that Nomi had come in to school and seen all of her friends, was dressed up properly the way she was with this thing covering the brace. And it turned, I'm wrapping it up, and she wrapped it up. And he just wanted us to know that she was in the school dining room. Everybody was having lunch, except for my daughter Nomi, who was standing on top of one of the tables, entertaining the entire highlight while she was standing in a brace, doing Egyptian neck dances. And the whole school was absolutely hilarious. He wanted us to know what kind of a daughter we had. And I didn't want to tell him we had suspected the kind of daughter we had years before. And she approved it all through the years since then. So we're proud of her, we love her, and wish her a very happy birthday, thanks to her mother and me.
One last thing, and this, we don't have enough time for the next story, but I'm just going to give her the code word, Rabbi Kamenetsky. When she gets a chance, she will tell you the story about that one, and that's hilarious too.
So I just want to touch upon two characteristics that we've all seen and that we all love about you. One of them is your sacrifice. Here I'm sitting in my hotel room in Tzfat waiting for Shabbos to come in, and I thought it would be pretty fitting to talk about the sacrifice that you gave for me when I was actually after my appendix surgery that happened in the Tzfat hospital. Now you were going to go on a plane trip to Geneva and you dinner with Ben, and that was really great of you because then you nursed me back to health, and I had to find somewhere after that. Now the second characteristic is the good times that we just had together and that you're always fun. Now, whenever we rumble, you always made me, the only way I could get out of the rumble was by saying, you're the best mother in the whole entire world, and Orlando, Florida. Now, you knew I wanted to go there so badly, so in 5th grade you actually took me there, and me and you just had a great time there. Just a lot of mother-son bonding time, and that was also really fun. And now I hope you're having a great summer, and I miss you, and I love you so much. Bye, Emma.
What do I like best about Naomi and what's really special about her? One is she's a true believer. She really believes, she really does. You feel her passion in everything, her cooking, her hosting, her shirim, her parenting, her partnering, and as a friend, I find that she's always willing to do something and really wants to do it for you. Like, it will make her feel good if she can do you a favor, and that is just rare and nice. Also, it's wonderful to have a true believer teach your children because she just imbues them with such love and passion for learning and for Judaism.
My favorite story is the one when we first met. We were out for dinner. I wasn't hungry because I had eaten around 2 bagels before, so I wasn't hungry. And you, Ellie, and Nathan were starving. And the food was taking a long time to come, and you guys were getting all agitated and hungry, and I was sitting there a little uncomfortable. And all of a sudden you start laughing, and then the laughter turns to hysterical laughter, and then whatever comes beyond hysterical laughter, and almost on the floor in tears, and Ellie started laughing, and Nathan started laughing, and I uncomfortably started laughing, and I was shocked. I didn't know what to do, and this went on for a good 5-10 minutes. And I thought that was something unusual, a unique Naomi story, but in the end, that just really is a classic Naomi story that happens all the time. And it's full of happiness, and the happiness that you brought to my life and to all of our lives is something special. I love you.
Happy birthday, Naomi!
I'm benching. Stop, I'm benching. I can't talk now.
In fact, this is probably more important for your children to hear than for you to hear. As you know, I am a sports person. I play a lot of sports, and I've seen a lot of things in my time, as all you guys have seen. However, the greatest shot that I have ever seen in my life, bar none, and has never been duplicated, has been done by your mother. In all my years, nothing has even come close. Let me tell you the story. When I was about 20 years old, 21 years old, and your mother was 17 or 18 years old, we went to visit Grandma in Bell Harbor. And the way in which we got to Bell Harbor was we traveled over the Marine Parkway Bridge. We are driving along, and we come up to the Marine Parkway Bridge. There are about 20 cars behind us. Traffic is very heavy, and we pull up to the toll booth. Now, mind you, in that time, there was no such thing as Easy Pass. Either you paid money or you paid coins. And so we decided on a whim to go ahead and pay by coins. It was 75 cents to cross over the bridge. I was sitting in the driver's seat. Your mother was sitting next to me in the passenger seat. I went ahead and I took 2 quarters and I threw them in the coin change. And they sat there and they waited. And the man at the toll booth is looking at me and saying, "No." I then hand a quarter to your mother. And your mother goes ahead and rolls down the window on her passenger side, sticks her hand out like this, and simply takes the quarter in her hand and throws it up and over the van. Okay? This is your mother who did this. The coin lands smack into the coin changer. The lights go on. We're able to go through. The toll booth operator was shocked applauded, and the people behind us were all smiling. And we traveled on through the Marine Parkway Bridge, sailed in as if nothing happened, and had a lovely day at the beach. There has never been anyone that has been able to duplicate that shot one time, 6 feet over a van, into a coin changer, and allowed us to pass through. That's your mother. Respect her.
I think my favorite memory of us is the day that we ran into each other in Manhattan. 1985, 1986. Don't like to confess to the year. I don't really remember if it was around Lord and Taylor's or it was the library, the park behind the library. But I do remember that that was the day we talked about sharing an apartment in Manhattan together. I do remember as that being the day that the Nomi and Zia bond was forged. A bond that is more precious and valuable to me than anything else in the world. Dear Nomi Chaya, you are a caring and wonderful and fabulous role model to your kids. You're strong and you're sensitive and you're beautiful. And I just can't believe that God has been so good to me to give me a friend like you.
So I feel like a fat pig after having a great dinner with the family at Daily Cosba, and the recurring thought that comes to my mind is me standing when I was 18 years old on Rehov Bayit Vegan, just as BMT and Nicola was starting, and you were walking down the street with Johnny Horowitz, and I just looked at you and said, oh my God, I think I'm in love. 33 years later, you're my wife, my best friend, my confidant, my lover. Sorry, kids. Just everything I could ever wish for. And I wish you, my beautiful wife, a really happy 50th birthday. We will have another great 50 years plus together. I love you.
Comes to mind as to what is the craziest story that you ever did, because it's really hard to top my crazy stories. But when we went to the Upper East Side and for a Shabbaton, and we got dropped off at the shul, I think it was Park East, I don't even know. And it was right before Shabbos, and we asked someone directions to the house that we were going to. We didn't know where we were staying. They gave us a place to stay. And so you asked that guy, a short little man with a really tall hat, for directions to the house. And we got into the house, and we're sitting and we're talking to the mother of the home, and after she lit candles, and it's Friday night, and we're sitting at the table, and you're sitting with your back to the door, and you start saying to the lady, oh my God, it was so ridiculous. That shul is so ridiculous. There was a short man with a really big hat, and I saw the man that we had asked directions to walk into the house, clearly realizing that he was the father of the home, and we were going to have to spend all of Shabbos with him, and you're going on and on. You refuse to be interrupted, and you're going, yeah, no, he was a really, really short man, and I'm like, no, he wasn't that short, and you're like, no, he was like a midget size. He was so short with that big, big, tall hat, and then he says, good Shabbos, and you turn around and you're like, oh my God. So you have been an amazing friend. You are kind and smart and generous and just a pillar for me, and you always have been. And you let me stay at your house, and so I really, really appreciate your parents really letting me stay at your house, and Dee Dee letting me stay in her room. You've always taken me and given me shelter and given me nurturing, and I wish you only long life.
I don't know if you remember, but in 6th grade, I was about 12, it was before my bar mitzvah, I had done a book report on Richard Nixon and Watergate, and there was this great, terrific new Broadway show that came over from Europe called Frost Nixon, so you just decided, yeah, he's a 6th grader, he did a book report on it, I could bring him along to see one of the most densely written Broadway shows of the past, however many years. And I remember we were sitting in the audience, and it was me, and it was you, and it was a bunch of 40 and 50 and 60-year-olds, and I was like, oh, why did Ima bring me to this show? I'm probably not going to like it, and in fact, it was awesome. I loved it, I understood it totally, and it just illustrates your high expectations you have for everybody. You always believe in people a lot more than they believe in themselves. I've told you time and time again how I sometimes think your expectations may be too high, but you often prove me wrong.
I remember when it was the summer of 1978, and you and I were returning to Camp Lavi after meeting the summer before for the first time and becoming fast friends. It was the summer Grease the movie came out, and we used to close all the lights in our bunk and put on our flashlights and start singing and dancing all around the bunk to I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control for the power you're supplying. It's electrifying. You better shape up, cause I need a man. Anyway, those were some of the best days of my life, and I truly loved sharing them with you, my dear friend Nomi. I feel blessed that we have stayed friends for all these years, through the good times and the not always so good times, and hopefully for many more great times to come. I love you, my beautiful friend, and wish you a very happy 50th.
And that you probably really appreciated that I wasn't here this year to borrow this, or steal this, or jack this, or never return these. And I missed all of that this year, and you probably missed having me do all of that. But the one thing I did have, while I didn't have all of your items, was an item of yours, but an item that I had. And it is this necklace. This necklace, every time I look at it, and every time I touch it, or every time I see it like shine a little bit, or I get a compliment on it, or you know those feelings in those days where I'm just feeling down, it's the necklace that empowers me. It's the You Go Girl necklace. You can do it necklace. And you're the one person, there are many people, but you're one of the really main people in my life who believed in me, and believes in me, and continues to believe in me. And I remember we were sitting in Fenway, and we were actually just discussing this, but I was sitting in Fenway, and you know that I was dying for this necklace, and we were sitting together, and you just gave it to me. And you didn't give it to me because it was my birthday. You didn't give it to me because graduation, and you didn't give it to me because, I don't know, because like it was a present for a thing, or for Hanukkah. You gave it to me just because like it's a You Go Girl, you can do it necklace. And I can't even begin to tell you, I love the necklace, you know that I love the necklace, but I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate the idea behind the necklace.
Thank you for being such wonderful and special friends. Right now it's 16 years of friendship, and I will never forget the first time I met you on Crenna Drive with your 4 kids, Barry in the trawler and me with Liz, 3 years old. I was a little depressed. We just moved to New Rochelle, didn't know anyone, and you bumped into me. You said, okay, we will be so happy to have you for Shabbat. And if you play tennis, please join my league. And that was the beginning of a wonderful friendship.
One of my fondest memories of Auntie Nomi was in Lake Wabika when I was about 9 years old. I convinced Bubby to swim with me to the dock, and we were swimming, and then I decided I couldn't swim anymore, so I jumped onto Bubby's back, and she started drowning, and then we were screaming for help, and Auntie Nomi came and saved us.
I love you, and I will always remember when you knocked some sense into my head so I should marry my husband. When we took that trip to Bermuda, which was so much fun, just the two of us. And it was just terrific just to like get away, and you pretty much, banged my head into the floor and said, "Are you an idiot and a moron? He's a fantastic guy." And if it wasn't for you, I would not be where I am today, Booyah Hara, with my 4 beautiful children and my wonderful husband.
Looking at you and Ben and the family really should make you reflect on the success of your years and the important part that you play not only in your family but with regard to your community and friends. So with all my love on this very special day, happy 50th.
Happy birthday, Nomi! Happy birthday, Auntie Nomi. Wishing you many more happy birthdays, and Zoe wishes she was here to say happy birthday too.
One very memorable event is taking you on that big bicycle ride to City Island, where I know that you woke up not too happy with me the very next day, but it was a lot of fun. Most of all, I appreciate what you have always done for me as a friend, and I hope that I have always been there for you as a friend. And as they say, sometimes your friends are as close to you, or if not closer or more meaningful to you than your family, which is the way I do feel about you.
happy, happy birthday. You made the first 50, and the next 50 should be filled with only happy times. We love you.
And in honor of your birthday, I figured that you and I should right now, or we should have a dialogue about our relationship over the years. And I think it's appropriate that we should talk about, or I'll talk about, kind of my feelings about you and, kind of the family. And, in terms of, like, my insecurities and my problems and my girl issues, like, back in the day after my parents got divorced and you and my dad remarried. No, I'm just messing around. I'm not going to do that to you. Naomi Chaya, I love you. I'm so glad to be part of your life. 50 is a tremendous milestone, and I'm so excited to celebrate it with you. Love you tons. Love you.
Remember the hot pink nail polish at JFK back in September 1980? That's when it all began for us, 33 years ago. The memories are many. Kibbutz Saad, drives to Baltimore in white Cadillacs, vacations in Wabika, coming to watch your dance performances, shopping sprees and restaurant outings over the years, spending your wedding day with you and dancing at your wedding to Ben about 20 years after I had originally tried to set you guys up. And to top it all off, having the pleasure and the great joy to celebrate and dance with you at Ellie and Noah's wedding in Eretz HaKodesh. Here's wishing you a very happy and special birthday. May you have only good health, happiness, and much continued nachat and joy from your beautiful family. And may we have many more years of friendship and fun times to reminisce over in another 50 years. Love you.
It must have been the year that you got married to Ben. It was around the Chagim time, and everybody, comes to the door to ask for tzedakah, and they all know you, and they're friends with you, and you always invite them in and give them a glass of water, sometimes give them orange juice. This time, I think 2 or 3 ladies came, and you invited them in, and they looked tired and hungry, and you said, are you guys hungry? They said, yeah. And you said, okay, I'll make you dinner. And you took out bagels and cream cheese and cut up veggies and fruit and juice and everything. They sat down with these random people that you only knew from year to year. They sat down, and you gave them this whole big dinner, which most people would maybe offer them water. You gave them this whole big dinner, and after they left, you looked so sad. And I said, Ima, why are you so sad? You just did a huge mitzvah. And you said, I'm in the middle of making salmon for dinner. I could have given us the bagels and given them the salmon. They never get to eat salmon. And that story has stuck in my head for years because it's such a you moment. Because your famous saying is you can always be big or small, always choose the big one. And that was just an example of where you were so big and all you could see is that you could have been even bigger. And it was amazing. So happy birthday, Ima. Happy 50th.
It took us 50 years to look this good, and we sure look marvelous. Happy birthday, my old friends. Hope you have a great day. I love you.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You are old, boo-hoo-hoo. Happy, happy birthday. I love you. You're the best mom in the whole entire world.
I still remember many years ago, I came for lunch and you were plucking those feathers out of the chicken, making the best chicken wings I ever had. And that day I felt was the beginning of our wonderful friendship. Have a great day.
Naomi, thank you for enriching our lives with your wonderful friendship, your beautiful family, your incredible cooking, your knowledge, your intelligence.
Thank you for Ben. 50. I can't believe you're 50 years old. Anyway, listen, Naomi, please don't make me eat any of your challah anymore for the next 50 years.
Happy 50th birthday, Naomi. When you think about family, what comes to mind? Lots of great memories we'll surely find. Shabbos and holidays and Christmas galore, celebrations together, we look forward to more. Of all of us the supreme, you surely are. Your creativity in the kitchen is far above par. Your dishes are delish and some at the best. Your sweet potato latkes pass the Hanukkah test. Your taunt and salads can't be beat. Sharing Shabbos together is a real treat. Your life is well-rounded. Your schedule is full. From learning of Torah to teaching in school. Whether traveling the world or hanging at the club. From New York to Miami, you're the family hub. We wish you more nachas with peace and good health. These are the blessings that comprise true wealth. Happy birthday, dear Naomi. You're 50 years young. Be happy this is a poem and didn't need to be sung. Mazel tov!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. May you celebrate another 50. And then we'll pray for more.
Today is somebody's birthday. She's a good friend of mine. Today is somebody's birthday. She's 1 plus 49. Today is Nomi's birthday. She's a good friend of mine. Today is Nomi's birthday. She's 1 plus 49. Happy birthday, love ya.
Happy birthday, Ema.
Happy birthday, Nomi.
Happy birthday, Nomi! I wish I could get a word in edgewise, but you know where my role is in this world. Thank you. Love you.
Many, many more birthdays till 120.
Bon anniversaire, mes vœux les plus sincères. Happy birthday, Nomi.
Very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nomi.
Surprise, Nomi! Happy 50th!
Happy 50th and many healthy, happy returns.
Happy birthday, Ema.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nomi.
Happy 50th birthday, Nomi.
Happy birthday, darling girl. We love you.
Happy birthday, my amazing, fantastic, terrific sister who I love more than anything in the world.
Happy birthday, Nomi.
Happy birthday, my sister.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ema.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nomi.
What's going on? Could this be my understanding? It's not your fault, I was being too demanding. I must admit, it's my pride that made me distant. All because